First things first, congratulations are in order for Kerry Washington as she received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today. Kerry Washington was the first black woman since 1974 to headline a network TV drama, and both Shonda Rhimes and Tyler Perry spoke at her ceremony. Kendrick Lamar's GNX debuted at #1 on Billboard's Top 200 Albums list. This is his 5th #1 debut. This also means he beat out the Wicked film soundtrack, which landed at #2. And on top of all of that, he swept the top 5 of the Billboard Hot 100 songs list. More and more people are speaking out about Drake taking legal action against Universal Music Group. Charlamagne went on the Breakfast Club today, named Drake Donkey of the Day, called him a sore loser, and said that he used bots to boost his own songs too. Between Moana 2, Wicked, and Gladiator 2, this is the biggest Thanksgiving box office in history. The whole weekend brought in $420 million, and the previous record was in 2018, $315 million. Moana 2 won by a landslide, bringing in $225 million. Wicked brought in $118 million, and then Gladiator 2 brought in $44 million. Also, Rolling Stone released its list of the 100 best albums of 2024. For the sake of time, we're obviously not going to go through all 100, but here's the top 10. There's probably a lot of notable people you expected to see, such as Beyonce, Charli XCX, Billie Eilish, Sabrina Carpenter, Tyla, Doechii, and Ariana Grande. Smino announced that he's releasing a new album called Maybe a Nirvana on December 6th. People have been accusing Serena Williams of bleaching her skin. She went on Instagram Live today to say that she does not bleach her skin. She's a dark black woman and she loves it. Yak Gotti, one of the 2 remaining co-defendants in the YSL trial, got poked in prison today. His lawyer spoke to him, said that he was being transported to the hospital to get stitches, but says he's expected to make a full recovery. Kyrie Irving is being sued by a health and wellness company. A company named Elite Mind Solutions says that they were hired by Kyrie Irving to host a friends and family retreat that Kyrie wanted to do. Kyrie initially told them it would be 50 to 60 people, then a couple days before he said 115, and then when they showed up it was 150 people. Regardless of all that, they still performed all the services, and then they sent Kyrie a bill for $390,000, but he didn't pay it. So now they're suing Kyrie Irving for the services plus interest plus attorney's fees. Nick Cannon shared that he has been diagnosed with a narcissistic personality disorder. He says that he does not understand it all the way, but he does acknowledge that he needs help. Also, in case you were wondering, like I was wondering, he did some way somehow manage to spend Thanksgiving with all 11 of his children. Drake announced a new tour that's taking place early 2025 called the Anita Max Win Tour. This leg will take place across Australia and New Zealand, and it's the first time he'll be in this region since 2017. Speaking of Drake, more and more people are starting to weigh in on the fact that Drake is suing Universal Music Group over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Stephen A. Smith weighed in on the latest episode of his show, saying that Drake taking legal action makes him look weak and sensitive. He also said Not Like Us was just that good, and if it wasn't fire, then it wouldn't have popped no matter who was pumping it. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar, Chloe Bailey went on social media recently and said that she had a Kendrick Lamar phase 8 years ago and could have sworn they would end up together. A lot of fans responded and were like, why would you say that? He's literally a married man. But she responded and said, I was literally just trying to convey how much of a fan I was. I would never go after a married man. Juice WRLD's final posthumous album, The Party Never Ends, dropped on Friday, and fans are not happy about it. A lot of fans feel like from the artwork to the song selection to the features, this really just taints Juice WRLD's legacy and was not a value add to his discography. It wouldn't even be a daily recap if I didn't have anything to say about the Combs. And this time it's not Diddy, it's his son Justin. Apparently Justin Combs has been banned from renting homes in LA because he will throw massive parties in them and then destroy the houses. One of the mansion brokers that Justin works with says that Justin will be like, oh, I'm having 20 people over, and then it'll actually be 200 and he will destroy the house. So now I guess anyone who has common sense won't rent to him anymore, and he can't rent any more mansions in LA. Kendrick Lamar and SZA announced their Grand National Tour. They'll hit 19 stadiums across the US between April and June of 2025. Apple Music named Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us the #1 most played song of 2024. Speaking of things that just make sense, Billboard named Beyonce the #1 greatest pop star of the 21st century. #2 was Taylor Swift and #3 was Rihanna. We got off easy yesterday with no news from the Combs family, but today we're not so lucky. This time it's Diddy's son Christian. Christian Combs was served legal paperwork today surrounding multiple accusations around causing a woman harm and also emotional distress. The details are a little rough, but essentially a woman named Grace says that she was a stewardess on a yacht that Diddy chartered back in 2022, and Christian came onto her and things just started to go horribly wrong. A$AP Rocky was giving the Cultural Innovator Awards at the British Fashion Council's Fashion Awards. Eminem's mother, Debbie Nelson, passed away at the age of 69 after a battle with lung cancer. Bel-Air was renewed for its 4th and final season. This season will only have 8 episodes compared to its usual 10. Official dates aren't confirmed yet, but it'll likely air in 2025. Nao is going on tour across North America and Europe starting in February up until May. We got a trailer for Disney's live-action Snow White movie, which will feature Rachel Zegler as Snow White. Yesterday I told you YSL's Yak Gotti got poked in prison. Well, today he was acquitted of all charges. He and Shannon Stillwell were the last 2 remaining co-defendants. Yak Gotti was acquitted of everything, and Shannon Stillwell was acquitted of everything except for holding a piece. O.J. Simpson's ex-bodyguard claimed to have O.J.'s confession on tape. Back in 2022, O.J. Simpson's ex-bodyguard, Araka Veli, got arrested, and part of that arrest, they had a search warrant, and they seized the backpack that had a bunch of thumb drives in it. Well, 2 years later, in June June of 2024, a Rock tells detectives that those thumb drives have O.J. Simpson's confession on it. Well, today we learned that the Bloomington, Minnesota police looked into it, and there's nothing on those tapes except for A-Rock just talking to him. Spotify released their 2024 Wrap today. The biggest artist globally was Taylor Swift, followed by The Weeknd and Bad Bunny. Also, I love seeing people's raps, so drop your top 3 in the comments, please. Thanks so much. Billboard also released its list of the hottest female rappers of 2024. Number 1 and well-deserved was Glorilla, followed by Meg Thee Stallion, then Nicki Minaj, then Sexy Red, then Lotto. This isn't really pop culture, but I thought this story was so interesting. The CEO of United Health, Brian Thompson, he was shot as he was leaving his hotel in Midtown Manhattan on his way to the investor conference. The attack did seem targeted. His wife said that he had received some threats and the assailant is still on the loose. Happy birthday to Jay-Z. He turned 55 years old today. Weirdly enough, that just reminded me happy Founders Day to the Alphas too. Jordan Childs' memoir, I'm That Girl, is now available for pre-order at all the major book retailers. Gary Lorenzo's Fear of God brand has launched a multi-year partnership with the NBA and the WNBA. The Rockefeller Center Christmas tree in New York has officially been lit. SZA and Keke Palmer's movie One of Them Days will now hit theaters on January 17th. It was originally slated for January 24th, but Hooray said that moving it up to Martin Luther King weekend just felt right. Netflix released a first look at Jenna Ortega in Wednesday season 2 after they wrapped production. We don't know exactly when this is coming out yet, but season 2 is set to premiere sometime in 2025. Of course, we have Diddy news today, and it's not looking up for him at all. Lead prosecutor in Ghislaine Maxwell's case, the accomplice of Jeffrey Epstein, just joined the prosecution team against Diddy. I fear that man is going to prison. Judge Mathis is being sued after threatening to pop a city worker named Ricardo Acosta after their dump truck was blocking his driveway. Apparently, Judge Mathis was really upset about this truck blocking his driveway. He went inside his home, grabbed a piece, and then threatened the worker. So now Ricardo Acosta is suing Judge Mathis for assault and emotional distress. As a reminder, last year, one of her former backup dancers sued her for making her work 20-hour days and also subjecting her to fat-phobic and racist comments. Well, today a judge dismissed this case, saying that Asha can only make these claims against a corporation, not Lizzo as a person. If you remember yesterday, I told you the Rockefeller tree lighting took place yesterday. Well, today Flavor Flav got on social media and said that he tried to attend the lighting and also visit his friends the Backstreet Boys when security approached him and kicked him out. Sources are saying it didn't happen exactly like that because his name was not on a list, and it was more so giving I was in the area and I see they're lighting this tree and I just want to stop by. I also told you yesterday about how that CEO got popped. Security was not playing any games with him. Smino released his new album Made in Nirvana. Khalid released a deluxe version of his album Sincere. The deluxe version features 6 new tracks, 3 of which feature Normani, Chloe Bailey, and Ira Star. The Harry Potter TV series is in the works over at HBO Max and is set to start filming in the summer. For all my Scrubs fans, there is officially a reboot in the works. Khloe Kardashian and Tokyo Toni are going back and forth. Tokyo Toni posted to social media about feeding the homeless on Thanksgiving, and then someone commented on Khloe Kardashian's Instagram post saying, why aren't y'all doing the same? Khloe Kardashian then responded with a Bible verse from Matthew 6 that basically says, don't do good deeds to be rewarded by people on earth. Tokyo Toni went off and then reminded Khloe Kardashian of that time on Keeping Up with Kardashians when she brought a homeless man to her house. Diddy's lawyers are filing a new motion against prosecutors saying that they are spying on Diddy while he's in jail and then listening in on their conversations with his lawyer. Master P's son Hersey Miller was arrested on a college campus for stealing refrigerators. He and 2 of his friends are not only students but basketball players at Southern Utah University. They got arrested on 1 count of theft for stealing the refrigerators, but they said that the fridges were sitting in a loading dock for about a month, so they thought they were getting thrown away. McDonald's is bringing back the snack wrap in 2025. Doechii performed her new album Alligator Bites Never Heal on NPR's Tiny Desk. Remember last week I told you Drake was taking legal action against Universal Music Group and Spotify? Well, he officially has a hearing date set for December 20th. Y'all remember them? Apparently I've been living under a rock because this one has been in prison for like 8 years now. So apparently Rock Royal was arrested back in 2016 for battery, robbery, and possessing a piece. He was supposed to get out in 2018, but it's currently 2024, so I have no idea what's going on there. All that to say, he posted a picture from prison today and he seems to be doing just fine. Speedy Mormon appeared as a guest on Angel Reese's podcast, Unapologetically Angel. There's a couple clips going viral from it. You should definitely go watch. Netflix released their Christmas special, A Nonsense Christmas, with Sabrina Carpenter today. One of the previously anonymous women who is suing Diddy has been revealed to be Anna Kane. Anna Kane is the ex-wife of this professional hockey player, Evander Kane. A judge ruled that Anna Kane did have to use her real name versus staying a Jane Doe, but she complied and she said she's prepared to hold Diddy accountable and hope that this encourages other victims to do the same. Chipotle is increasing their prices by 2% as a response to inflation. The Boston Celtics' Jaylen Brown did this gesture after he dunked on the Detroit Pistons in a game on Wednesday. After the game, he told the media, yeah, I'll definitely be hearing from the NBA about this, and sure enough, they deemed it inappropriate and fined him $25,000. This is Dominique Brown. She was an influencer that was known for being a Disney enthusiast, Disney adult, if you will. Well, today, Dominique Brown passed away after attending an event for Box Lunch. She told the staff at the event that she had a peanut allergy multiple times, and they told her she was good. She ingested peanuts, had a reaction and passed away. As someone who has a peanut allergy and definitely feels that anxiety sometimes of eating out and the restaurant doesn't know what's in their food, this is terrifying. Definitely keep Dominique Brown's family and friends in your prayers. I meant to include this clip yesterday, but it got deleted. SZA teased the track list for her new deluxe version of SOS. A couple days ago, I told you Master P's son, Hersey Miller, was being charged with theft after stealing refrigerators from a college campus. Well, today, prosecutors filed documents to drop these charges. This is Steve Mensch. He was the president of Tyler Perry Studios. Today, he passed away at the age of 62 after a single-seater plane crash in Florida. Prime Video announced its new series Cross drew in 40 million viewers in its first 20 days. This makes Cross Prime Video's third biggest season premiere in 2024. I've seen this show, it's really good, you should definitely go watch it. I also told you a couple days ago that the CEO of United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, got popped right outside his hotel. Well, they still have not found the man who popped him. Apparently they found a backpack in Central Park that had a jacket in it and some Monopoly money. They have not announced that the backpack they found is the same backpack that the suspect was wearing. As a true crime connoisseur, I'm a little impressed, I'm not gonna lie. Last but not least, Fat Joe says Ozempic is the best invention ever. He started taking Ozempic after a friend of his passed away due to weight issues, and he's lost 100 pounds since. Despite the weight loss, he says he will not be removing the fat from Fat Joe. That was your news today. Make sure you come back tomorrow for what you missed.